Hey everybody, I hope everybody's having a good day today. Pardon the mess behind me. We're in the process of moving, and pardon the noise. I live in a noisy area. Um, I've been doing a lot of study in the Greek and the Hebrew lately, and I want to share with you guys the things that I've learned from doing this. Everything that I've come to see in the Greek and Hebrew is things that God has already shown me in the Spirit to be true. But whenever I read it in the Greek and in the Hebrew, it just reassures me that much more. And so I want to share with you guys because I'm sure a lot of you guys have been going through some things and probably have had some questions on your own. You just don't have the time to research and things. So I want to share with you what I've found. In Colossians chapter 3, verses 9 through 10, it's written, it says, "Do not lie to each other, since you have taken off your old self with its practices, and have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge in the image of the Creator." Now that word renewed in knowledge, is I'm not even going to try to pronounce these Greek words, but the Greek word, the definition is renew, to change, completing a process, moving from one stage to a higher, more developed one, referring to God transforming the believer into a new man, to change into a new life. New strength and vigor is given. The word knowledge here, the Greek word, the definition for it is discernment, perception, knowledge gained through first-hand relationship, contact to knowledge, true knowledge. And the word image here is likeness, close in resemblance, exactly reflects its source, reflecting the one inside you. And create is to create, form, shape, God creating something from nothing, to change completely, to transform. You know, there's a lot of people out there that they'll see the change in you, and they'll see the new vigor, the new zest for life that you have to help others and to share the love of God with others. And other people may come at you for that because there's some things going on inside them, and I'll get to that later. But just remember, if you've been born from above, that's the real word that was in the New Testament writings, not born again, but if you're born from above, that means that you've been changed. You've been given a new life and a new vigor for life. You know, there's a lot of people out there that'll tell you can't be born again until you die, and that's when you get your glorified body. But anybody that teaches that is somebody that's never encountered God before and His love and His power to change you from the inside out. In 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 6 through 9, it's written, "We do, however, speak a message of wisdom among the mature, but not the wisdom of this age or the rulers of this age who are coming to nothing. No, we speak of God's secret wisdom, a wisdom that has been hidden and that God destined for our glory before time began. None of the rulers of this age understood it, for if they had, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. However, as it is written, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has conceived what God has prepared for those who love Him." Now, it says those rulers who are coming to nothing. Nothing, the Greek word, the definition for it is bring to naught, sever, abolish, separate from. They're being of no effect. They're made invalid, to make completely inoperative, powerless. They're basically unemployed. The word secret in here, the secret knowledge, is a mystery. Initiation is necessary. Once hidden, but now revealed. God reveals it. Can only be known by God revealing it to you. Hidden is to hide away, to keep secret. Those who are destined to have it, the Greek word for destined is foreordained, predetermined, predestined, establish boundaries, appoint beforehand, before creation. And the word see no eye has seen, is to see with the mind. And the word hear, the Greek word for it, is to hear, listen, to hear God's voice, which prompts him to birth faith, pistis, from within. Remember, pistis is divine faith given by God. There's two different types. There's God's faith that he gives, and then there's human effort faith. And when God imbirths his faith into you, everything changes. Now, in the original Greek, there was a word used here. It was heart instead of mind here. And the word heart is to hear, listen, to hear God's voice. I'm sorry, that's the inner life, inner self, the mind, character, the center of your being. Basically, the heart is mentioned a little over 800 times in the New Testament writings and in the Old Testament scriptures. And not once is it ever pertaining to the beating pump. It's always talking about the inner life, the inner self, the character, the center of your being. In Matthew 5, verse 8, is blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Now, remember, I was telling you that there's people out there that will see this new life in you, this new zest and this new vigor. Some are happy for you, and then some are angry to see you helping others and showing the love of God. Now, in this, it says, blessed are those who are pure in heart, for they will see God. And the word blessed has lots of different meanings to it, but one of it means happy, blessed. It also means to be envied. When God extends his benefits and its advantages, he confers. This happens with receiving the inbirthing of faith, pistis, means well off. Now, the Greek word for envy here means to grudge, spite, decay, break down. Strong feeling that sours, jealous envy that negatively energizes someone with an embittered mind, displeasure at others' good. It only wants to depress the envied person to his own level, jealous or coveting another's advantages. I know that too well. I've had a lot of people angry with me because I've got a feeding program here in the Philippines and a clothing program here, and they say I'm carnal and that I'm false, and that I'm of the devil because I want to help people, I want to feed people and help clothe them and share the love of God with them. These are the people that want me to stay locked up in my house and be afraid of the world. How can you do that whenever God has given you a new life and given you a new vigor and the benefits that he brings with you? You can't contain that. You can't contain that whenever God's inside you. It's impossible. But there's also a word in here, pure, and the Greek word for pure is unstained, spiritually innocent, free from contaminating influences of sin, free from corrupt desire, purified by fire. First John 3, verse 1. How great is the love of the Father has lavished on us that we should be called children of God, and that is what we are. The reason the world does not know us is that it did not know him. The word for know in there is to come to know, to realize, to know through a personal experience, an intimate relationship, marriage, made one with. Whenever you become born from above, you're married to Christ, you become one with Christ. In Revelation chapter 2, verse 17, so many people out there that believe that you know, they claim to be born again, and they're still out getting drunk. They're still out fornicating, committing adultery. They look just like the rest of the world, but they claim to have an intimate relationship with God. They claim that God is living inside them. And I've never understood that, because how can someone, even if anyone has felt the love of God and his power to change you from within, how can you live like the rest of the world and claim that you know the same God that I know and the same God that you know? You know, that's I've never understood that, how someone can claim that, but there's a lot that do. Revelation chapter 2, verse 17. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To him who overcomes, I will give some of the hidden manna. I will also give him a white stone with a new name written on it, known only to him who receives it. The word hear here is the Greek word is to hear, listen, to hear God's voice, which prompts divine faith, pistis. God births his faith, divine, within. Those who overcome, the Greek word means to carry off a victory. It implies a battle. Once you become born from above, the battle has been won, because your Savior has entered into you, and he is going to conquer all your enemies, all those things inside you that need to be conquered and done away with. He's going to clean his temple, and the battle is won. Once you become born from above, the battle is won, because he's not going to let you go. He's not going to let you get astray too far. You're going to make mistakes in your life from time to time, but he's always going to pull you back. Hidden, concealed, secret things hidden. But the word stone in here is a pebble, a vote. A pebble used in ancient elections to vote. A white stone was a yes vote. Back in the old days, they would have white stone and a black stone for votes. And whenever you got a yes vote, that was a white stone. So whenever you've been born from above, you've got your stone. And the word name, the Greek word for name, is character. The manifestation of someone's character. Remember, in Romans chapter 8, it's written that, creation anxiously awaits for the manifestation of the sons of God. The manifestation of someone's character. Those who are born from above begin to reflect the Father. It distinguishes them from all others. Those that look like the rest of the world, who are still living like the rest of the world, drinking, smoking, partying, all that other stuff. God gives you a new life that's so much better than that. You see whenever you become born from above, you see the absurdity of the life that you've been living, and it's like, there's no way I can live that way anymore. Now I'm going to end with Isaiah chapter 56, verse 5. To them I will give within my temple and its walls a memorial and a name. Better than sons and daughters, I will give them an everlasting name. And the Greek word for name is Shem, and it means famous, named, renowned. Remember, men of renown. To make known, to mark. Whenever you've been born from above, born again, you've been marked, you've been sealed. God has overcome inside you. You've overcome. You didn't do none of the work. God did it for you. I'm going to keep doing word studies, and I'm going to keep showing everything that we've learned, that I've learned in the Greek and the Hebrew, and I hope this brought confirmation to you on what you've already known to be true inside your spirit. But once you can read it for yourself and show others, it just reinforces everything you know, and it just makes you feel so much better. Remember, whenever God comes into you, you receive a new life. Everything changes. You throw all that other stuff that you've been doing all your life, all those things that are killing you, all that stuff is gone. You do away with that. Not saying you're perfect. You're going to struggle with things from time to time, because your flesh will fight with the spirit at times, but God's always going to pull you back. He's always going to take care of you and correct you. I love you all. God bless.